The all-new Q3 is the smallest Audi in their SUV lineup, at least for us here in North America. It's aimed at the people who want the 4 rings in front of their car, but they don't want their own postal code when it comes to parking it. But with a price that starts higher than the BMW X1, its closest rival, and a crowded small luxury SUV market, does the new Q3 have enough to stand out amongst its competitors? Under the hood, the new Q3 is powered by a turbocharged 2-liter engine. Power has been bumped up from 228 horsepower of the previous generation to 255 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. Audi claims a 0 to 100 km/h time of 5.9 seconds, which is quite quick for something of this size. But there's always a but with these things. The new Q3 uses a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, which changes gears very smoothly. The but comes in when you demand a burst of acceleration. Put your foot down, and there's a distinct pause. It's almost as though the transmission is daydreaming and then it realizes, oh shoot, I need to downshift. This pause goes away when the car is in dynamic mode, but you probably shouldn't be driving it in dynamic mode all the time, especially when gas prices are over $2 per liter for regular fuel. Thankfully, this Q3 can run on regular fuel and doesn't need to use premium fuel like almost all of its competitors. To drive, the new Q3 is surprisingly playful. Switch it to dynamic mode and the steering firms up nicely and it doesn't feel like a video game steering wheel. But in comfort mode, the car is very maneuverable, and with its smaller footprint, it's a breeze to park. Unfortunately, this new Q3 has a bit of a firmer ride that some may not like. And unlike its bigger brother, the Q5, it doesn't receive any adaptive dampers or adaptive air suspension. But on the plus side, the 2026 Q3 has a relatively quiet cabin. Audi has given it acoustic front door glass, which helps in reducing unwanted wind and outside noises while driving down a highway. Step inside and the Audi Q3 greets you with the digital stage. It's a massive curved piece of glass that houses the 11.9-inch digital driver display and the 12.8-inch infotainment touchscreen. But unlike the bigger Q5, the Q3 does not come with an optional passenger touchscreen. This is the largest screen setup ever fitted to the Q3, and it runs on Android Automotive OS. Not only does it support wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, but it also allows you to download apps such as YouTube or Spotify directly into the system. It even uses AI to learn and help the driver with directions or quickly changing the climate temperature. And you may want to use the new AI's help in changing the climate temperature, for example, because the Q3 does away with most physical controls. They're all now integrated into this touchscreen, which, okay, it's not too bad to use them when the car is stationary, but on the move, over rougher roads, it can be a bit more difficult and also distracting to use these touchscreen controls. And notice something else? The center console is strangely empty. That's because the gear shifter has been evicted. It's moved to the steering column. By moving the selector to a drive-by-wire lever behind the wheel, Audi has freed up a massive amount of real estate. You now have space for 2 properly sized cup holders and a 15-watt cooled wireless charging pad so your phone doesn't melt while it's topping up. As for interior space, I have plenty of it up here in the front. My legs are not touching the dashboard and my hair is not touching the headliner, plus visibility all around the car is very good. In these back seats, it's a little bit tight for somebody as tall as me at 6'4", but more average sized people shouldn't have a problem at all. Plus, these back seats, they can slide forwards and backwards. In the trunk, the Q3 can accommodate up to 707 liters of cargo behind the rear seats and up to 1,415 liters when folding the backrests. As I said at the start of the video, the 2026 Audi Q3 has a starting price that is higher than the BMW X1, its closest rival. But it's not by much, just $900. The progressive trim of the Q3 starts at $51,800, while the Technic trim starts at $55,100. What kind of features do you get for that money? Well, the Q3 has standard heated front seats along with a heated steering wheel, a large panoramic sunroof, a hands-free power liftgate, a 3-zone climate control system, leather upholstery, a wireless phone charging pad, and an optional head-up display. In the end, Audi has taken their smallest crossover and gave it more power, made it look better, and packed it full of tech. It's a polished piece of engineering that provides a premium sanctuary for the daily grind. It may not be the least expensive, but it is a well-rounded, sophisticated contender in a class that is becoming much more difficult to pick a clear winner. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more or test drive the new Audi Q3, please get in touch with us at OpenRoad Audi Boundary or online at openroadauto.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.